Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to the deep dive.
Glad to be here.
Today we're plunging into Chapter 8, The Outsiders from the Riverdale scripts. And wow, what a chapter. Talk about a pressure cooker.
Absolutely. It really feels like things are starting to boil over.
Yeah, exactly. So this deep dive, it isn't just about, recapping what happened. We want to dig into what these revelations really mean for Riverdale, for the characters' futures.
Right.
Our mission today is basically to pull out the most important nuggets, connect those dots, and ultimately try to predict what fresh chaos is heading their way, because you know it is.
Indeed. And the sources for this chapter, they're just incredibly rich. You've got all these interconnected stories bubbling up, revealing these really deep-seated feuds, but also some very unexpected alliances forming. What's fascinating, I think, is how the personal struggles, the Coopers, the Andrews, the Blossoms, the Lodges, they're all just colliding now. It's unavoidable.
Yeah, it's like a perfect storm.
It really is.
Yeah.
Creating this volatile mix that honestly feels like it's right on the brink of explosion. So yeah, we'll be looking at not just what happened, but digging into why it matters so much and how these events are, well, inevitably shaping what comes next for everyone.
It feels like a real turning point.
Definitely a profound realignment, I'd say. Power, loyalty, everything's shifting.
Okay, so let's kick things off right in the heart of Riverdale's domestic drama, the Cooper household. Or maybe what's left of it after this chapter.
Odd.
Yeah, fair point. Polly Cooper really takes center stage here, doesn't she? And her story is it's way more complex and frankly more tragic than I think we first thought.
Absolutely. Her testimony to Sheriff Keller. Yeah, that's the catalyst. It really sets the tone for all the secrets about to spill out.
So Polly's talking about her relationship with Jason Blossom.
Right, and she paints this picture. It's this epic, forbidden romance. Romeo and Juliet, Riverdale style.
Totally.
It wasn't just some high school fling. The sources make it clear they were deeply in love. They were planning a life together.
And they were secretly engaged with Nana Rose's ring.
Exactly. And that ring detail, it's more than just sentimental, isn't it? It suggests Nana Rose, a Blossom matriarch, kind of secretly sanctioned this. It hints at this fault line within the Blossom family itself.
Ooh, that's a good point, like dissent in the ranks.
Precisely. It challenges that whole idea of the Blossoms being this unified, monolithic force. They wanted to escape their families, suggesting they were unhappy long before Jason's death.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting and kind of dark. They were so desperate to get away because their parents were trying to tear them apart that Jason planned to fake his own death.
Yeah. Just let that sink in.
Yeah.
The town's golden boy.
It's wild. And to get the money for this escape, this new life, Jason turned to drug dealing. A one-time delivery, he thought.
The all-American football star dealing drugs for the Serpents, it just shatters that whole perfect facade, doesn't it?
Completely. It shows the insane pressure they were under, trading his image for a life on the run with Polly.
And that detail, the drug dealing, it's crucial. It provides a motive, a pathway for his involvement with, let's say, less savory elements.
The Serpents.
The drugs found in his burnt car, along with that ring. They become these key pieces of the puzzle. Their dreams literally went up in flames.
So does the drug deal lead to his death? Or is it just a symptom of how desperate they were?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It shows their dreams of escape went up in flames, almost literally. And it begs the question of whether this deal directly caused his death or if it was just, a symptom of their desperation to get out.
And we can't forget Alice Cooper, right? Just abruptly cutting off the interview. Polly needs her rest.
Very convenient timing.
It feels like maybe she didn't want Polly revealing too much. Or maybe didn't want us finding out too much. What do you think? Is she protecting Polly or herself?
It definitely casts a shadow, doesn't it? Given Alice's complex history. It could easily be self-preservation.
Yeah.
Shutting it down before Polly accidentally reveals some old Cooper secret Alice once buried.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
And it's exactly this kind of tension, this volatile family dynamic, that Veronica Lodge sees an opportunity in.
Ah, Veronica. Always playing chess while everyone else plays checkers.
Exactly. Her idea for a baby shower, she calls it a hellishly simple solution to the Gordian knot of Polly's situation.
On the surface, it's about support, balloons and gifts.
But underneath,
Yep.
it's a strategic move. Force the Coopers and Blossoms into the same room, under the guise of social obligation. Veronica knows how that works in Riverdale. Temper the feuds, at least for an afternoon.
But Polly has her own agenda for the shower, right? She wants the Blossoms there. Cheryl, Mrs. Blossom.
Yeah, she wants to prove she's not an unfit mother. It's defiant. She's using this party to fight back against the people who tried to lock her away.
It's so bold, turning a baby shower into a battleground. You can just feel the tension ramping up, like you said, a powder keg.
Absolutely. And the gifts themselves become weapons, almost.
Right, like Hermione's nightlight. Restored, trying to signal safety. Tradition.
Maybe. A wish for safety, perhaps. But then you have Penelope Blossom,
Oh boy.
offering a family heirloom and that invitation to Thornhill.
It's not subtle.
No, it's a claim. This baby, these twins, belong to the Blossoms. Not about Polly at all.
Purely about lineage. The Blossom dynasty must continue. It highlights this ongoing, almost medieval battle for Jason's heirs.
So the shower happens, and just like Veronica predicted, boom.
Predictably explosive.
Alice versus Penelope. The bedbug-infested Trojan horse line is just pure Alice.
Peak Riverdale melodrama.
But then Polly snaps, and it's raw.
Yeah. She screams, "This is why Jason is dead, because of this hate. This pointless, stupid fighting."
Oof. Directly blaming both families for tearing them apart, stopping their escape, and ultimately for Jason's death. That's heavy.
It's an incredible burden for her to carry. All that grief and anger just pouring out.
But the real bombshell, the one that just stops everything. Ow.
Polly reveals her dad, Hal Cooper, made an appointment for her to fix her mistake before she was sent away.
It's chilling. Absolutely chilling.
It's not just about the abortion itself, is it? It's the control, the shame, his complete disregard for her choice, her body.
It exposes this terrifyingly cruel, manipulative side to Hal. Patriarchal control at its absolute worst.
And Alice's reaction.
That confrontation is a game changer. It fundamentally alters the Cooper dynamic. Hal's not just disapproving, he's actively cruel.
Alice tells him to get out.
And
That line, like, "You know what I'm capable of."
right, what does that mean? What history is she hinting at? It suggests that Alice has her own dark side, her own buried secrets. This isn't just a marriage ending, it's a total rupture.
So Polly comes home, Hal's kicked out, Alice is in protective mother mode.
But it leaves Hal out in the cold, ostracized. And you have to wonder, what is Alice capable of? What's lurking beneath her perfectly composed surface?
Okay, deep breath. Let's shift gears. From the Cooper house to the Sodale project, the industrial battleground.
Right. Where Fred Andrews is fighting for his life, basically. His business, his legacy, Archie's future.
And he's caught in the crossfire. The little guy versus the Goliaths, the Lodges and the Blossoms.
We find out Fred's construction business has been in trouble for a while. Hemorrhaging cash is the phrase used.
So Dale, building on the old drive-in land, it's his last hope.
Exactly. Which explains his desperation, his vulnerability. He's not just building something, he's trying to save everything.
And Archie walks in right when Fred's admitting how bad things are.
Yeah, you see the weight land on Archie. That instant loyalty kicks in. I gotta help my dad.
It's not just about business for Archie, it's personal. It's about protecting his father.
Which sets the stage for a lot of Archie's well-intentioned but maybe reckless actions later.
Speaking of reckless, Clifford Blossom.
Swift and brutal. His interference, poaching Fred's whole crew with that 2-year work guarantee.
Just shuts him down completely.
And his motivation is deep-rooted, territorial. That's Sodale land. It belonged to the Blossoms, foundational to their maple syrup empire.
So he sees this mysterious buyer, who we'll get to, as having stolen it. Fred's just a pawn.
Clifford's plan seems clear. Bleed the buyer dry, halt the project, then swoop in and buy the land back cheap, reasserting dominance.
But Fred confronts him, stands up to the richest man in town.
That's a powerful moment. I will come after you with everything I've got.
You gotta wonder, what has he got against Blossom power? It feels like David versus Goliath.
It really does. Is it enough? Probably not on its own.
But then Archie rallies the troops.
Yeah, gets his friends Moose, Dilton, Kevin, Reggie to pitch in. Work for his dad.
Heartwarming loyalty.
But incredibly naive, too, because they immediately become targets.
The attack on Moose, the equipment getting trashed.
It escalates things fast. It's a clear warning. Stop. Or else. This isn't just business anymore. It's dangerous.
Fred thinks it's Clifford, right after their showdown.
Makes sense. But then the serpents get mentioned. Pissed that they had to leave because of this project.
So who is it really? Blossom. Serpents. Someone else. The sheriff can't figure it out.
Which just fuels Archie's frustration, pushes him to take matters into his own hands. Which, never ends well in Riverdale.
Okay, let's talk about that mysterious buyer.
Yeah.
Because this is huge.
This is the key that unlocks so much. Veronica talks to Hermione.
And finds out her dad, Hiram Lodge, in jail, is the buyer.
Not just that. Hermione helped him. Forged Veronica's signature to give Fred the contract.
Whoa! Okay, that's a massive secret. Kept from Fred, kept from the Blossoms.
Blossoms are essentially at war with Hiram Lodge, and they don't even know it.
So Hermione is actively working against Clifford, helping Hiram grab land the Blossoms see as theirs. And Fred Andrews is just stuck in the middle. His boss is Hiram Lodge. He has no idea.
Not at all.
Suddenly, that tension at the baby shower makes even more sense. Veronica trying to avoid open war if the Blossoms found out.
Exactly. And it makes Hermione's relationship with Fred intensely complicated. Is she using him, protecting him? Both.
It shows Hermione's playing her own game here, too, not just Hiram's puppet.
Definitely. She's a strategic player. And then F.P. Jones drops that bombshell later.
Right, about the attackers.
He tells Hermione the guys who trashed the site weren't local. One of his guys knew them from doing time up north in Montreal.
Montreal, Hiram's territory.
F.P. connects the dots directly. Pretty sure we both know who has business in Montreal. Hiram.
But why would Hiram sabotage his own project?
That's the kicker. F.P. speculates maybe he got a whiff of your little romance with Freddie Andrews.
So punish Hermione, punish Fred, drive the land value down, blackmail.
All possibilities. It's classic Hiram convoluted, manipulative. And then that question F.P. leaves hanging. Who ratted you out?
Implying someone told Hiram about Hermione and Fred. A leak, a betrayal within the Lodge circle.
Exactly. Adding yet another layer of paranoia and intrigue. Who can anyone trust?
Okay, let's pivot again to the Southside Serpents and Jughead's secrets.
Ah, Jughead. We thought we knew him, right? But this chapter peels back some serious layers.
He's living with Archie, trying for that normal college dorm vibe.
But he's hiding this huge secret about his dad, F.P. Jones. His shame is palpable.
Trying so hard to stop Archie going to the Serpent Bar.
Because he's terrified the truth will come out. His dad's a serpent. He can't escape it.
And when Archie does find out...
He feels betrayed. Understandably. After Fred took Jughead in, helped his family.
Jughead admits it. I was ashamed. I didn't want to believe that was true.
It really tests their friendship. That brotherhood Archie talks about. Hits it right at the core. Exposes that class divide, too.
So Archie, Moose, and Kevin go to the Serpent Bar anyway, guided by Joaquin.
Kevin's boyfriend, Joaquin. Which we later find out is significant.
They're going into Serpent territory. Known for drug dealers. It's so risky.
Totally naive. Fueled by Archie's desperation to help Fred. Thinking they can just spot the attackers and call the sheriff.
Like it's that simple.
They have no idea what they're walking into.
Archie confronts a serpent, Mustang. It gets physical fast.
And who breaks it up? F.P. Jones itself. Reveals he's a serpent. Confirms Archie's worst fear right there.
You feel Archie's anger. Accusing FP of trashing the site for revenge, because Fred fired him years ago.
That old resentment bubbling up. North side versus south side.
FP denies it, though. Says life too short.
But his history with Fred? His gang affiliation? He's the prime suspect for Archie. Still, his offer to ask around is interesting.
Yeah, like maybe there's still some loyalty there. To Fred. Or just protecting Jughead's friend.
It shows he's complex, not just a straightforward villain. There are shades of gray, maybe some pragmatism.
Okay, but then comes maybe the biggest twist of the chapter.
FP showing up at the Sodale site.
Fred's at rock bottom. No crew, no cash, never been worse.
Just completely desperate.
And FP offers him a crew. The Serpents.
Wow. Talk about unexpected. The guy Archie suspected is now offering to save the project.
It's such a flip, blurring those lines between legit business and the underworld.
And FP says, you never had a better foreman than me. I won't leave you hanging this time.
Suggesting remorse? Loyalty? Or is it strategic, getting the Serpents inside a legitimate operation?
Could be all of the above. It shows maybe more respect for Fred than we realized. Fred's worried about trouble, obviously.
But FP's like, we can handle trouble.
This alliance?
Yeah.
It solves Fred's immediate problem, sure. Gets construction going, but it pulls the Serpents right into the middle of the Lodge Blossom War. Gives them cover, maybe, but also puts them right in the line of fire.
And then FP gives Fred that intel about the attackers being from Montreal, linked to Hiram.
Right. Shifting the blame from Blossom to Lodge.
Yeah.
And raising that whole question again. Why sabotage his own project? And who snitched on Hermione? It just deepens the whole conspiracy.
Okay, one more thread here. Joaquin.
Ah, yes. Kevin's boyfriend.
Finding out he's a serpent, reporting back to FP, that's a huge betrayal.
And incredibly dangerous for Kevin. The insurance FP gives Joaquin that stash, probably drugs or something illicit.
To keep safe in case everything goes to hell. It's a contingency plan. Something big. Something dark.
Joaquin mentioning Kevin likes me, for real. That little hint of genuine feeling.
But FP just shuts it down. Cold? We all got a part to play.
Chilling. It shows how manipulative the serpents are. Personal feelings don't matter. The gang comes first. Kevin is just a tool.
An inside line with the sheriff.
Look,
Through his son, unwittingly.
Kevin's being used in this huge game involving drugs, gangs, maybe even Jason's murder. He has no idea.
It's just another example of how dangerous Riverdale is, how interconnected everything is. Even love gets weaponized.
It really highlights how hard it is to stay innocent in that town. Everyone gets pulled into the darkness eventually.
Okay, wow. So we've untangled a lot. Polly's truth, Hal's cruelty, Fred's fight, Hiram's shadow, FP's weird loyalties, Joaquin's double life.
It's a dense web. Secrets, betrayals, alliances, crossing all the usual lines.
So what does it all mean? Let's try and connect these threads and predict what's coming next, because yeah, nothing is ever simple here.
Well, looking at the bigger picture, almost everyone is tangled up now. The motivations are all over the place: love, revenge, money, legacy, just plain survival.
So who benefits from all this chaos, and how are these secrets going to explode?
Let's start with the Coopers. Alice kicked Hal out. Polly's back home with the twins on the way. Safe. For now.
Could Alice and Polly form this, like, super tight bond now against Hal?
It's possible.
Yeah.
Which would probably isolate Hal completely. But the question is, does Hal just fade away?
Doesn't seem like his style, especially after that appointment reveal.
Exactly. Is he going to harbor resentment?
Huh.
Plot something darker?
Yeah.
Try to regain control? His humiliation could make him really dangerous. We've seen that before in Riverdale, right? Humiliation breeds villains.
Definitely. Okay, what about Sodell, the Lodge Blossom feud?
It's a powder keg. Fred's got the serpents working for him now. On land Hiram secretly owns that Clifford desperately wants.
That Fred-FP alliance feels shaky at best.
Totally volatile. Will the serpent scare blossom off? Or just escalate things into open gang warfare on sight?
And Hiram, why sabotage his own project? Is it about Hermione? Driving the price down? Smoking out rivals?
His motives are still murky, and we still don't know who ratted out Hermione. That person could be the key to the next phase of this war.
And Jason's murder. Still hanging over everything.
With FP and the serpents confirmed to be involved in his drug dealing, the spotlight's right on them.
FP denied killing him. Jughead believes him.
But that serpent culture. Insurance. Parts to play. It suggests deep involvement. The
Right.
drugs and the burnt car point to a deal gone wrong.
Did Jason double-cross them? Or was he killed to protect a bigger operation?
And the Montreal connection. The attacker's linked to Hiram. Could that tie back to Jason's dealings too? If he was moving drugs across the border, it just keeps getting more tangled.
What about Archie and Jughead? Their friendship took a hit.
Big time. Archie sees him as a brother, but the trust is fractured. Jughead promised to tell him all of it.
So, rebuilding trust. But it also means Archie gets pulled deeper into the serpent world, doesn't it?
Inevitably. Their friendship is a strength, but also maybe their biggest vulnerability now.
And Kevin and Joaquin. That's just heartbreaking.
Kevin's totally compromised, being used as that inside line to his dad.
Joaquin might have real feelings, but FP made it clear. Loyalty first.
That relationship is doomed, isn't it? It's a ticking time bomb. When the truth comes out. Massive heartbreak for Kevin. And huge trouble for Sheriff Keller.
It just shows how the town's darkness corrupts everything, even young love.
Loyalty to the darkness often wins out. Brutal.
Okay, prediction time. My first big one. Hal Cooper isn't gone. He's coming back. Darker. Seeking revenge. Control. He's too humiliated to just disappear. What do you think?
I agree. He won't take that lying down. Building on that, I predict the Jason Blossom mystery deepens significantly, pulling in the Serpents and Hiram Lodge as central figures. FP's playing a complex game, helping Fred while holding back info.
And that insurance for Joaquin.
Crucial clue. I bet it links directly to a bigger drug operation Jason was part of. Exposing that could bring everything crashing down. More deaths, maybe? Arrests? Total chaos.
And Sodell. I think it becomes an actual battleground. Serpents versus Blossoms, maybe others getting involved, more violence. And I bet Fred finds out Hiram's his boss soon, leading to a huge blow-up with Hermione.
Definitely. That reveal will force Fred into an impossible corner. And finally, Joaquin's double life has to come out. The impact on Kevin will be devastating. And for Sheriff Keller. A potential career-ending scandal. It exposes the corruption reaching right into the heart of law enforcement through his own son.
Wow. Okay, what a deep dive into Chapter 8. The Outsiders. Families imploding, secrets unearthed, alliances forged in fire. It's just intense.
Absolutely. Polly's truth, Hal's cruelty, Fred's fight. Jughead's collision of worlds, Hiram pulling strings, the serpents. Like you said, Riverdale's a powder keg.
And this chapter definitely lit the fuse.
It really did. It illustrates so vividly how the secrets and choices of one generation just cast these long, dangerous shadows over the next. Everyone's trapped in this cycle.
Yeah.
Which leaves us with a question for you, the listener, to ponder. In a town like Riverdale, where everyone seems to have a part to play in this bigger, darker game, can anyone truly escape their past or escape the influence of these outsiders who constantly threaten to just tear everything apart?